Let's see few previous year IIT JEE questions on dimensions. Look at the question displayed on screen. If velocity v, time t and force F are chosen as the base quantities, the dimension of mass will be. This is a 2021 question. Look at the question. Dimension of velocity is given as v, time is given as t, force is given as F. What we need to do is we need to express dimension of m in terms of these three quantities, powers of these three quantities. So suppose v power x, t power y and f power z. What we need to do? We need to express m in terms of powers of these three quantities. Let's write dimensional formula of m. Mass is m power 1, right? Remaining two quantities are 0. L is 0, t is 0. So if I write like this, L is 0, m power 1, t power 0. This is the dimensional formula of mass. Dimensional formula of velocity is velocity is length by time, right? Distance by time. So L power 1, t power minus 1. I just ignored m because velocity doesn't depend on mass. Similarly, time t is t power 1. Dimensional formula of time is t power 1. Force. Dimensional formula of force is mass into acceleration. That means m power 1. Acceleration is L power 1, t power minus 2. If I just substitute all these four values into this equation, it becomes, in place of m, just write this L power 0, m power 1, t power 0. In place of v, write this L power 1, t power minus 1, 1 t power minus 1 whole power x, v power x, right? So next, t power y, just t power y, because dimension of t is t. Next, f power z. F is m power 1, L power 1, t power minus 2 whole power z. Look at this. It becomes L power x, t power minus x, t power y, m power z, L power z, t power minus 2 z. If I just take the powers of x, L power x multiplied by L power z, it becomes L power x plus z. If I take t terms, t power minus x, t power y, t power minus 2z, it becomes t power y minus x minus 2z. Next, m power z. Remaining term is m power z. Now look at left hand side. It is L power 0, m power 1, t power 0. Now compare these two, powers of L, powers of m and powers of t. Here powers of L are x plus z equals to 0. This is one equation. Powers of t, minus y minus x minus 2z equals to 0. Y minus x minus 2z equals to 0. This is equation 2. Look at the powers of z, powers of m. M power z equals to m power 1. That means z equals to 1. This is equation 3. If I substitute z equals to 1 into the first equation, then the first equation becomes like this. X plus z equals to 0. If I substitute z equals to 1, then x becomes, x plus 1 becomes 0, x becomes minus 1. If I substitute values of x and z into the second equation, that is y minus x minus 2z equals to 0. Substitute the values of x and z, it becomes y plus 1 minus 2 equals to 0, y equals to 1. So the values of x, y, z are, x is minus 1, that is also 1. So just substitute values of x, y, z into this equation. Substitute values of x, y, z into this equation, that is equation. Then the value of m equals to v power x, that means v power minus 1, t power y is 1, t power 1, f power z is 1, f is 1. Look at the next question displayed on screen. The force is given in terms of time and displacement x by the equation F equals to a cos bx plus c sin dt. The dimensional formula of AD by B is, what's the equation given? This is the second example. F equals to a cos bx plus c sin dx dt. Sorry, c sin dt. He asks you to find the dimension of AD by B. If you want to find the dimension of AD by B, we need to find dimensions of A, D and B separately. Look at this term cos bx. We already discussed that the quantity which is inside a trigonometric ratio is dimensionless. That means bx is dimensionless, no dimension. But b has dimension, x has dimension. What's the dimension of x? X is displacement, right? Displacement means length or distance. So the dimension will be L power 1. Then what will be the dimension of b? That should nullify the dimension of x. Then it should be L power minus 1. Then only the combination of b and x dimensionless, have no dimensions. Understand? Now come to second term sin dt. The term dt should be dimensionless, no dimension. Dimension of t is time, right? Given in question t is time, then the dimension should be t power 1, capital T power 1. Then the dimension of d should be t power minus 1 to nullify this dimension t power 1. This is the dimension of d. We find dimension of b, we find dimension of d. Now we need to find dimension of a. Now what is the dimension of a? Look, this quantity is dimensionless. Here we have force, left side of the equation. Then a should have dimensions of force. Then only these two quantities become equal. Similarly, c should also have dimensions of force. Because this is a dimensionless quantity, then c should also have dimensions of force, dimension of force. So what is the dimension of force? That is equals to mass into acceleration, right? So m power 1, L power t power minus 2, L power 1. This is the dimension of A. Dimension of A we find, dimension of B is L power minus 1, dimension of D is t power minus 1. Now substitute in this equation AD by B, then AD by B becomes A is L power 1, M power 1, t power minus 2 times D is t power minus 1 divided by B is L power minus 1. Then the equation becomes L power 1, this L power minus 1, if I send to the numerator, it becomes L power 1. Then L power 1 and L power 1 becomes L power 2. Here we only have one m, that is m power 1. Look at this, t power minus 2 multiplied by t power minus 1, it becomes t power minus 3. This is the dimension of this quantity.